Hello there. It's actually good afternoon for a change. I seem to always be doing this like in the middle of the night, really early morning, at least here in the US of A, and everyone out there in the foreign countries are out to work or something, so you probably are sleeping or something right now. So, um, anyway, wanted to let you know, once again, it's just Heather slash Hetty, however you do know me by. From my personal account is Alive in Me, and yes, so many of you knew me at Hetty for Christ before, but it's been at Alive in Me since July. Big change happened in my life then, and he has been alive in me. And, he always has been. It just, really things had been taking a turn. So, and my other account is at Epilepsy Cures, and that is what the MEG is in regards to. That I got this miraculous phone call. It actually went to my husband's cell phone, because my cell phone is down at the moment for other strange purposes that take too long to elaborate on. But beside the point, so he got this message while he's out in Denver, and it was in regards to them setting up, finally, my MEG test. And the MEG test is, I'll repost what that is. It's just an amazing test for the brain. It's a 3D image showing them basically everything that you can imagine them needing to see, right down to every speck inside the brain. And it's a very quick test, but only a few states have it. And oddly, of course, me living so many states, out of the 3 states, I've lived in every. And the place I have to go is the one state is where my ex is from, where we were just at. And so we'll be heading back to Birmingham. So I get the call back tonight from the gentleman who's going to be setting it up. And so I'll get to report to you all later today in regards to when the MEG will be set up for. And like I said, he said it's probably going to be around the end of October, which is probably more perfect timing for us because, the first 2 weeks in October for us is we have our anniversary, and plus it's the first 2 weeks is a break for our kids from school. So it'll just be a time that I fly out, have the test, and come back. So it's more simplistic that way. And the MEG test, like I said, I'll send you some info on it. It's just, amazing how God works because, I have been trekking through with every illness that comes along with epilepsy. I know you probably have heard about many of them, from just not feeling well from the medication, or the medication actually not enabling me to walk, and I'm 32, and, it's just been a very, very, very tough few months. The key thing is that with faith, with Jesus, I've had him so strong in my life since January, just before, which is so amazing how this happened, just before I got hit big time when Felbitol hit me hard. It hit me hard because it just eats away at my liver. It eats away, gives me the aplastic anemia, gave me a low white blood cell count, and I wasn't able to walk. And I've said that before, and it was just atrocious. I wasn't able to get to the bed, from the bed to the bathroom. It was so hard. And it took time. It took me about a week in there coming off that medication to be able to function again. And it's not like being 32. It feels like I always say 132, but it's just like, wow. And it's like, okay, I know, God, you'll work through this. And I had a low vitamin D, almost none. And I always fight with my iron and my B12. So always keep an eye on these type of things if, you have something similar going on. But, when you're waiting on something, with your testing, your neurology, if you're waiting on brain surgery, I'm one who's always excited for it because both the ones prior have been absolutely amazing. I haven't lost cognitive skills. I've actually gained even better memory than what I already have. The only bad part is that right now, because I can't be on one of the 2 drugs at work, I do have slight short-term memory issues because I'm on 7 different meds. So the 3rd one I look forward to because then my short-term can come back to me, and that would be a blessing. We got to look at life as, we can either look at it being up, like dragonflies or butterflies. It reminds me of my kid so much. She's a child who's always up, and this is a picture for her. It's in her bathroom, and colorful and bright, and we can look at being that way as much as we can, and how I do that personally myself. And I know there are many faiths, there are many different ways out there, and I love everybody. Don't get me wrong on that, but my personal way that saved my life, that saved my ability to save my health from going really down, was to find that way of getting high and happiness and finding those colors of brightness. And all that happiness is all through Jesus, all through faith in Him and all He has done and still does for us, every day. And He doesn't stop. He doesn't forget us. And He has plans for us. And He's obviously had this plan for me for a very long time. And it's just having that faith, keeping that faith, and walking with Him through it all, no matter what is going on and how hard it may be. And it's what I've been muddling through and going through, and even with stuff in between, with, on the outside of health, with, my child missing in action over the summer, and now my ex putting her up for adoption, with that faith, in Him, instead of being atrocious and condemning, I just gave it all to Him, and we were so blessed. And now we're going to have completely just the family that we've always had, but legally too. He just is just amazing. So not only have I been blessed with that family legally, and my ex just, I always have said to him, you can come and visit. She is biologically, by blood, yours. It just was too much for him. It was too much for my child to handle, to come in so late. And I just think that was just so amazing through Him, through Jesus, that perfect timing. Even when all my health was just atrocious, He did it in perfect timing. And He does this, and this testing comes up in perfect timing. And He knows when perfect. It's His timing that's perfect. It came up in February. I was waiting for it. And here it is going on October. It's His timing, not ours. And, there aren't many my age, 32, who are sitting here, on this Social Security card, for disability. And this last surgery may be the one that will actually get me off of it. And I might be able to really go out there and be my all in all, which I'm trying to be as I am. But to really be, all that I'm able to be through Him. And I give Him all the glory for doing everything that He's doing right now. And every day that He does everything. Whether, it seems like it's down, you've got to look for the good. And that's what I've been trying to do since I found Him. And He does work wonders. And I'm just thanking Him today. And I'm letting you know my MEG test is going through. I will get a call tonight and let you know when. It'll be towards the end of October. And I'll post what that test looks like. And you can find that on Epilepsy Cures on Twitter. And God bless each and every one of you. Love you all. Many, many hugs.